Now that we've established that leadership begins with listening, of course, the next question is, who should we be listening to? Well, that depends on who you are. Christian leaders have an obligation. Christian leaders have an obligation who to listen to based on our understanding of Christian leadership. So let's simply start there. What does it mean to be a Christian leader? I would argue that Christian leaders do not have followers. Jesus has followers. Jesus has disciples. We all follow Jesus. But Christian leaders don't have followers. They have people entrusted to their care. And this is built off of our notion of what Scripture says about what it means to be a Christian leader. Think about the beginning of the book of 1 Corinthians. We have back and forth in this Corinthians correspondence where Paul is talking about the factions that are involved in Corinth. And at one point he says, Paul planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase. Now, who's doing the most important work there? Of course, it's God. God gave the increase. So what is our job? Our job is planting and watering. We can construct an environment for growth, but we cannot guarantee growth. We only have people entrusted to our care. Let me explain to you how this goes by giving you an analogy. My grandfather was what the Bible calls a steward. He was a citrus farmer who worked for an absentee landlord, somebody who else owned the property. But the trees were entrusted to his care, and he spent all of his waking hours paying attention to his trees. He watered them. He took care of the soil. He did the weeding. He pruned them. He did all the things that he could do, but he could not make the trees grow. In the same way, we are like my grandfather. We are stewards. We are stewards of the people that God has entrusted to our care. And so whatever we do, whoever we are, we have to not think about having followers who we will tell what to do, but we have people who are entrusted to our care. And that's why listening matters so much. Because if they are entrusted to our care, if they belong first to God, then we need to understand them as God understands them. We need to listen to them as God would listen to them. We have to listen with compassion. We have to listen with caring. Christian leaders do not have followers. They have people entrusted to their care.